I'm here with James Armington, the Senior Account Manager at RunSignup. And James, you're going to be talking to us about the Targhee Bluegrass Festival, right?
That's right. Yeah. Just got back. We had a wonderful event weekend, just full of so much fun. I mean, thousands of people came out there to Alta, Wyoming and joined us at the resort. And it was just an epic weekend of awesome bluegrass fun. The acts that they bring into the festival are some of the best in the bluegrass world. And people come from all over to go to the festival and see the music and enjoy the beautiful scenery. The resort uses our RunSignup product for their mountain bike races and other things. So they were familiar with our tools, but were interested after having kind of a difficult experience in the previous year with their old tools, just kind of see what we can do. We chatted about all the things that the festival would need to do, which was camping check-in, single-day festival ticket check-in, 3-day festival tickets check-ins, as well as being able to do ticket holder transfers, and built up a totally branded ticket sign-up page using our website builder that lives on tickets. But the really cool thing about the website is you can brand just about every component of it. And so for an organization like Grand Targhee, they have a really robust resort website that's very, very important for them to drive traffic to. I didn't want them to feel like when somebody clicked on the sign up link on the resort website, I didn't want them to feel like they were being taken to a different place. I see that oftentimes with Eventbrite and other kind of ticket products. People will click on the buy ticket link on a website and they'll be dumped into what is clearly an Eventbrite website with different colors. And it doesn't leave me with a good feeling because I feel like the branding should be consistent. So luckily, using our website builder, I was able to use all the same colors, the same branding, the same fonts, and really configure the ticket signup website to feel like they were right in the cart that was very clearly Grand Targhee branded. And so I was able to create this branded site that displayed the cart immediately. So when somebody clicked buy tickets on the Grand Targhee website, they were presented with this like visually rich, clearly branded super cart, as I called it, which is not the correct term. That's just my term. But it made it really easy for people to buy tickets and to get information. So after we had that configured, we went through the whole launch process, which we launched in February. And I think they just about sold out of almost everything in the first day. It was wild. And we got the check-in for the actual festival. And then that was, I went out to Grand Targhee to help them kind of configure that. And it was just wildly successful. We were able to configure a separate check-in display for the music campers. And we did that through using ticket groups. Within the app, you can partition your displays of various different spots on your festival by using configurations and choosing to display or hide different ticket groups. So during that week, when the music camp was checking in, we displayed the music camp campers. And then on Thursday night of that week, we opened up camping check-in for the general festival. And that was another little configuration. So we had the camping staff pull up what was called the front gate configuration, which allowed them to check in all the campsites. We had to have the front gate be able to check in those individuals as well as their 3-day passes. And give them the correct wristbands. And there was another configuration that we used for the ticket booth, which I staffed for most of the weekend. And that was designed to check in all the non-camping passes, basically the 3-day festival passes, the daily festival passes for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday admission, as well as the late night shows. They're pretty complex. There's a lot of different tickets going on. There's a lot of different places where people need to get their correct wristbands, and the staff doing the check-in need to be able to see the correct data. So using the ticket check-in app and our configurations, we were able to build it all up so that the correct things were showing in the correct places, and it all went super well. I went out for a walk late night on Saturday looking for some jams. I brought my banjo with me and had a chat with some attendees who had said that after I kind of let them know who I was and what I was doing there, that they said that the check-in process was the smoothest that they'd experienced in Targhee since they've been coming. So I was really happy to hear that. It took me 2 30-minute training sessions to train an entire staff on how to use it. So the first training was virtual. That was for the music camp. And I did a screen share and showed them how to scan a QR code, how to scan an Apple Wallet code. The second training session was in person at the resort, and it was equally as smooth and fast. You know, with many festivals, having a QR code on site to allow people to buy online with their device is a very secure way to do it. There is a certain expectation in some of these festivals, in my experience, where they have a card present, they want to buy something, and luckily our app integrates with Square. So if you have a Square account, you can integrate your Square account with your with the check-in app to conduct tap to pay or card-based payments right from within the app. One thing that tends to slow down lines, in my experience at check-in, is when someone's fumbling through their email looking for their confirmation email. So I can send an email, a unique email, to everyone who's made a purchase, and we did this for Targhee. We sent an email out for everyone who made a purchase of a festival pass, and we included their purchase summary that shows all the tickets they bought. I included a placeholder that brought in their QR code, and I also added a button at the bottom to allow people to add their tickets to their digital wallet. And that when someone adds a ticket to their digital wallet, it removes any of that time spent fumbling through an email, looking through a list, trying to find it. It's right there on their device. The brightness is pre-configured to make it easy to read, and it will also send them out push notifications for the event as it's approaching. So it kind of works like an airline ticket, and it was wildly successful. I think we had the vast majority, we're talking upper 90% of people showing up either with the email that we sent out or with the tickets added to their Apple Wallet, which made the staff's job really easy because all they had to do was say, "Hey, welcome in. Do you have your QR code?" And bang. The ticket holder transfer is exceptional for resale. Super useful for this kind of festival. People can change their tickets, right? It's specifically designed for this kind of thing. So if I have a large purchase of multiple 3-day passes, multiple camping passes, and now some of my party can't come, I can find another individual who will take these tickets, and I can conduct an offline payment or whatever, settle up via Venmo or whatever, get their email address and send tickets in my purchase directly to this other individual, which will render the original tickets transferred, which means they can't be checked in, and it will give the receiver a brand new QR code with those tickets. As an attendee, as a Bluegrass fan, and as an employee, just seeing how well our stuff performed, it was awesome.